Good morning, students. In the previous class, I had explained you about the elements, and today I am going to explain about the compounds. Let us see what are compounds. Compounds are the pure substances made up of two or more elements combined chemically in a fixed ratio by mass. Once again, compounds are the pure substances made up of two or more elements combined chemically in a fixed ratio by mass. Some examples are sodium chloride, water, carbon dioxide. In sodium chloride, there are two elements, sodium and chlorine, and they are combined chemically in a fixed ratio. The mass is 23 sodium and 35.5 chlorine. Students, compounds are very important for us. There are many compounds we use in our daily life. So it is important to classify the compound. Let us see the classification of compounds. Here is the classification of compounds on the basis of origin. On the basis of origin, there are two types of compound, organic compound and inorganic compounds. Let us see what are organic compound. The compounds obtained from plants and animals are the organic compounds. Some examples are sugar, glucose, alcohol. They are obtained from plants, so they are the organic compounds. Let us see the inorganic compounds. The compounds obtained from minerals are called the inorganic compound. Some examples are common salt, sodium chloride, water, chalk. Here common salt, this is very common. It is used in our daily life. We use the common salt in fooding process. Let us see the next classification of compounds. Compounds can also be classified on the basis of their chemical properties. According to chemical properties, compounds are classified as acids, bases, and salts. Some acids are sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid. Bases are magnesium oxide, sodium hydroxide. Salts are sodium chloride, that is common salt, and calcium carbonate, this chalk. Let us see the characteristics of compounds. They have definite chemical formula representing their molecules. This is the first characteristic of compound. All the compounds, they have a definite chemical formula. For example, a molecule of water is represented as H2O. Here H2O is the chemical formula of the compound. The molecule of common salt is represented as NaCl. This is the chemical formula. Similarly, all the compounds, they have a chemical formula. Second property, they are made up of two or more elements combined chemically in a fixed ratio. That means in compound, two or more elements combined chemically, not physically, they combined chemically and in a fixed ratio. When they mix in a fixed ratio and combined chemically, the compounds will be formed. Let us see with an example. Water is a compound. It is made up of hydrogen and oxygen, but chemically combination take place and the ratio of the masses of the hydrogen and oxygen is 1:8. Let us see the formation of water. Hydrogen H2, oxygen O. 2 into 1, as atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 and oxygen 16, as atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So it is 2:16. That means 1:8. This is the fixed ratio. Property. The constituents of compounds can be separated only by chemical means, not physically. It is not easy to separate the constituents of a compound. Let us see with an example. Constituents of water, they are hydrogen and oxygen, and they can be separated only when we pass electricity through it. By any physical means we cannot separate the hydrogen and oxygen of water. Water, when we pass electricity, it splits into hydrogen and oxygen. Let us see the next characteristic. They are pure and homogeneous. That means compounds are pure and homogeneous. Let us see. Water is pure because it is made up of same kind of molecules. Water is a compound, and it is pure in the sense that it is made up of same kind of molecules. And it is homogeneous. It is homogeneous because its constituents are uniformly mixed. If we take water and we take water from any of the side, if we take water in a glass and we take water from upside, downside to lower side, we will get the same composition. Let us see the next characteristic. They have definite melting and boiling point. Let us see with an example. Ice made of pure water, it melts at 0 degrees Celsius. So it has a definite melting point. Similarly, pure water, it boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So it has the fixed boiling point. So compounds have definite melting point as well as definite boiling point. Next characteristics is energy is either absorbed or released during a formation of compounds. That means in the formation of compound, either energy is absorbed or released. Let us see. In the formation of carbon dioxide is formed on burning carbon in oxygen with the liberation of heat. Here heat is evolved. In the reaction we can see carbon when heated with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide, and plus heat, it shows the liberation of heat. That means in reaction heat is released. Here it is a sign, triangular sign. This sign is for heat. Let us see the another example. In the formation of nitric oxide, it is formed by nitrogen and oxygen on a strong heating with the absorption of heat. That means in this reaction heat is taken in. Let us see in the reaction. Nitrogen heated with oxygen at a very high temperature of 3000 degrees Celsius, it forms nitric oxide, and here minus heat shows the absorption of heat. So students, there are some characteristics of compounds. Let us move to the next. And now here is homework for you. You have to learn and write these topics along with the table 3.3 which is given in your book in the classwork notebook, and you will solve exercise 3A in homework notebook and send for the correction. Thank you. Have a nice day.